It's official. Trey White is out for the season with a torn Achilles. How unfortunate. Second season in a row, the Buffalo Bills will be without our top cornerback. Going forward here, is the season lost? What is going to happen? Welcome to my channel, Bills News Consolidated. We need to discuss it. Trey White locking down Tyreek Hill yesterday, doing such a great job. A pivotal role in the Sean McDermott defense. Trey White is officially out for this season with a torn Achilles after last year tearing his ACL. The Buffalo Bills put so much on the plate of Kaiir Elam as a rookie. Christian Benford, Kaiir Elam, and Dane Jackson are going to be tasked to lead the way again here for the Buffalo Bills, and we need to discuss it. How is this going to unfold for the Sean McDermott's defense? Kaiir Elam not even seeing the field for the first 4 games of this season because of Trey White, because of Christian Benford. And I'm assuming that Kaiir Elam is going to be called up now. You know, we put so much on his plate as a rookie. Even Sean McDermott and the coaches really tasking them to get up to speed quick. The Bills have just lost one of their best players for the entire season. And, of course, we really haven't even seen Von Miller and Trey White play together, something that we were all looking forward to this season, to have Von Miller, Hall of Famer Von Miller out there with Trey White. We know this elite pass rush. The Bills have the best pass rush in the NFL, leading the league in total sacks, leading the league in quarterback hits and total pressures per play. The Buffalo Bills defensive line was just going to make things that much easier for Trey White. You know, and Von Miller coming back was going to make it that much easier for Trey White. So it's so unfortunate to see Trey White get lost for the season again. After getting an interception on the Commanders, he was off to such a great start. Finally getting back to Trey Day himself. Such a big-time loss for the Bills. But I already kind of mentioned it. Not all is lost. I refuse to believe that the season is lost for the Buffalo Bills because we don't have Trey White. You see what Leonard Floyd is doing, Daquan Jones, Ed Oliver, AJ Epinesa, Greg Rousseau, everyone getting involved on this defensive line. You know, just wait until Von Miller comes back. You know that pass rush, the front four makes things easier for the secondary. It should make things easier for Kaiir Elam. It should make things easier for Christian Benford and Dane Jackson. So I'm really, really hoping that the Buffalo Bills have a player step up to the plate and step up to the extreme loss of Trey White. And one thing I do want to say about Kaiir Elam is the fact that he does make plays for the limited amount of snaps that Kaiir Elam has had in the NFL. He's had a decent amount of interceptions, you know, so he might not be the best, right? Per Sean McDermott, not necessarily starting ahead of Christian Benford and Trey White. But Kaiir Elam is still a great cornerback. Dane Jackson is still a great cornerback. And I really think these guys just presented with their opportunities here with an elite pass rush. We've seen it. The Buffalo Bills D-line is clearly the best in the NFL right now. Should help out Dane Jackson, Kaiir Elam in the back end of this secondary with Sean McDermott. And you know Sean McDermott having the attention to detail of this defense. He's going to get our players in the best position to succeed. Like, he's not going to put Dane Jackson, Kaiir Elam, or Christian Benford in a bad situation. And the thing is, we did see a lot of happen, right? Trey White gets injured. Even Christian Benford in his shoulder, although he came back into the game, which is a great sign for the Bills. Taron Johnson getting cramps, having to get stretched. And it just proves to you how important it is to have fresh secondary, you know. And the Buffalo Bills, I mean, the amount of running around that we were doing against the Miami Dolphins was absolutely insane. The speed and the wear and tear that was put on the secondary and the entire defense was still extreme, even with the Buffalo Bills offense having those long sustained drives, having a lot of time of possession. You know, Miami and the Bills actually ended the game with roughly the same amount of time of possession. So it's super interesting to see. This is a big-time loss for the Buffalo Bills. Trey White lost them with an ACL and now an Achilles injury. We have yet to see what this defense would really look like with Trey White, with Von Miller, but not all is lost, Bills Mafia. I really believe that it's just time. It's time for Kaiir Elam to rise to the occasion. This is Kaiir Elam's opportunity. A former first-round pick, a 6-foot corner, a strong, physical, long, jam-press corner. Kaiir Elam was supposed to be the starter of Trey White, opposite of Trey White, and he just really got outplayed with Christian Benford. So we have to see what's going to happen. And keep in mind, Bills went 13-3 last year, basically without Trey White. Dane Jackson filling in for Trey White. And I'm assuming Dane Jackson is going to still take that role, Trey White's spot. Dane Jackson had so much experience last year filling in for Trey White's spot. Oh my gosh, this burns. This burns. And just seeing the frustration on Trey White's face, it's such a shame. And McDermott was asked about it in a press conference interview right after the game. He says he knows Trey. He knows he's way too tough. He's not going to give up. He is eventually going to come back. He's going to fight. He's going to grind and get himself back to 100%. Now, the real sad news here is that Achilles injuries, they're starting to heal a little bit faster than ACLs, right? I mean, ACL versus an Achilles, I think people would probably prefer an ACL over an Achilles injury. But with technology and everything that's going on, the modern science and health and medicine, players are starting to recover faster. Aaron Rodgers is trying to come back this season from his injury. Now, I know Aaron Rodgers isn't necessarily running around the field, cutting on a dime and doing all these things. So I think the delay is going to be a little bit longer for Trey White versus a quarterback, a pocket passing quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. But this is just really, really sad news. I know some people want to maybe trade or bring in an additional cornerback for the Buffalo Bills. And I don't see a trade going down necessarily. We could maybe call up someone from our practice squad. Maybe eventually look around the NFL to bring someone else in. But I really think the Bills are going to be looking in-house here. I already mentioned Dane Jackson, Christian Benford, and Kaiir Elam. It's time that we have our first-round pick, Kaiir Elam, on the field. This is your opportunity. We're looking at game-changing plays. I think our secondary is still benefiting from such an elite pass rush. So, Trey White was just one of those added benefits, just like Von Miller, just one of those added benefits. And we won without Trey White. We're winning without Von Miller. Makes things a little bit harder, but, I think we still have the depth. We still have the coaches. We still have everything in place to win a Super Bowl this year, Bills Mafia. It's just unfortunate that Trey White won't be on the field to potentially win it there for us. But he was there all throughout the season, iron sharpening iron. Very, very sad day for Bills Mafia. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hit like, subscribe, and go Bills.